Of course, I really want to thank Rent-A-Kid. Actually, 3 of them are mine. And all but there's a couple extra kids stand up. Sophie's the oldest. She's, as I like to say, freakishly tall for a 12-year-old. Hannah is the middle child. She's running the campaign because she's the middle child. Max, who you are, don't be so happy. I had your hair when I was your age. Yeah. You have, Sophie and Ben, a friend and a nephew. And a lot of you know I was a fellow prosecutor for nearly a decade. My wife has been a fellow prosecutor for nearly 2 decades. I had a conviction rate of 98%, which is the second highest conviction rate in my family. I'd like to introduce you to my wife, Joan Silverstein, is a fellow prosecutor. I wanted to say something about Miss Caesar. Can I say something about you to come off my tongue?
Depends on what you say.
I want to say very seriously. Very seriously for a second. Mitch has been on a crusade. And by the way, electing judges is not, and definitely is not, a partisan venture. We know that. Judges do not rule in a partisan way because democracy doesn't permit or suffer laws to be meted out and interpreted by Democrat or Republican. They're just the laws. But Mitch has been on a crusade to make sure that the bench in Broward County is diverse. And I just want you to know how proud I am that the head of your party is telling people not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear, because that is the enough about Rich. I want to talk about me for a second. I want to tell you something about this election. I'm not a gambling person. I'm really not. But to any of you that are, this is an all-in election cycle. We are all in. If you care about a woman's right to choose, it is at risk. It is in the middle of the table. If you care about a public school system that is not privatized, and a public school system where it respects teachers and cares about children, that is at risk. If you care about an environment that you can cherish for generations, that is at risk. If you care about a healthcare system where healthcare might someday be a right instead of a privilege, that is at risk. Everything you care about, every principle, every person, everything that Democrats as a party care about are at risk in this election cycle. And I say that with total seriousness. I've been in the legislature 10 years, and every year I said I didn't think it could get worse, and it did. And right now I believe that if either of these guys who are running for governor, who are in the middle of a $52 million stupid shootout, if either of those guys win, this state is going to go so far to the right that some of you will wonder what nation you are in. And I'm telling you that with all seriousness. We must elect Alex Sink and Rod Smith to be governor and lieutenant governor of this state. While there will be a woman driving the car, I intend to be in the front seat as your attorney general. And I'm telling you right now, I believe I am the best choice for this. 11 newspapers in Florida have gone over my opposition and I, and 11 out of 11 newspapers, after looking at our credentials and interviewing us, have announced and endorsed me. 11 for 11. So every newspaper in the state of Florida. But that is not what I want your support. I want your support for those other endorsements, your endorsements, because I'll tell you why I want you to support me and why I think it's time. I am the guy in this race, and I am the guy in the legislature who's always believed that taking these guys on directly is what we need to be doing. Not simply as Democrats, but as Floridians. Our state has been taken over by the right wing. And those things that you care about, public education, health care, the environment, a woman's right to choose, they have been trampled upon, they've been disrespected, they've been pushed back and pushed down. And we need an attorney general who's willing to stand up and push back hard and step over them and move to the next fight. And that is exactly the kind of attorney general I'm going to be. I was a fellow prosecutor for a decade in this community. I took on some of the very worst characters you can imagine. There's a reason why Debbie Wasserman-Schultz and Dan Rich have endorsed me. They've endorsed me because if you want to know what kind of people fight, those are the kind of fighters you love to have representing you. Well, that's exactly the kind of fighter you will have in Tallahassee when I'm the Attorney General of Florida. Every single day I will take these guys on. I will push them back, I will push them down, I will fight for women's right to choose, I will fight for the environment, I will fight for the idea that no matter who you are, you should be able to adopt children in this state. I will fight for those principles. I'm running for 1 minute You know, my parents were great public servants. My dad was a terrific prosecutor. My mom was a teacher's teacher. And my whole life, their example was terrific. But if you want to know why I'm running for this office, it's standing against that wall over there. I am running because what we are doing to this state is robbing our children of their future, and I am not going to stand for it. And as Democrats, none of us should. This is the time, Democrats of Broward County, to take our state back. I want your support. I'm ahead. 2 polls came out. I'm up 6 or 11 points. Things are going great, but I need you on Election Day on August 24th, and then I need you to pour out your sweat and work every single day for the entire ticket in November. We cannot allow our state to go in the direction it's been. We've got to take it back. My name is Dan Gelber, and I would love your support in 1 week, and I'd love it in November. Thank you very much.